Venus is a place almost inhospitable for any human life to exist. Its clouds shrouding the planet made out of sulfuric acid, 1,600 active volcanoes ready to kill. But in these thick yellow and brown clouds lies something very, very hellish. But finally, in the 70s, a miracle happened. This is the story of the first probe on Venus. On August 17, 1970, a rupturing noise scared people nearby, and that was the sound of the infamous rocket Venera 7. The probe could survive pressures up to 18 megapascals and hot, scalding temperatures of up to 1,000 degrees Celsius. Not to mention parachutes to survive the winds reaching 200 miles per hour. If anything about this mission went wrong, like it burned up in its atmosphere, or it got crushed by its amazing pressure, then the whole mission would be a downfall, leading the long-worked-on spacecraft to be a useless invention made by humanity. A 120 days later, Venera finally got Venus's gravitational force, pulling the spacecraft into its atmosphere. When Venera got into the Venusian atmosphere, it witnessed a huge clump of clouds made up of sulfuric acid surrounding the planet. Due to Venus's length from the Earth, Venus is a part of the habitable zone. And due to the upper atmosphere not having a large greenhouse effect, Venus's upper clouds are a more likely place for microorganisms to thrive. It's only hypothetical, but Venus may have been once habitable, and this is the main reason why the Venera spacecrafts were sent there. But once was a liquid ocean of water is now a hellish environment with spewing lava and pressurized conditions. Although it is almost impossible to know where Venera 7 landed, it is possible to look at the geological surface features of Venus. Now take a dive with me, and let's figure out what Venera 7 found out about Venus. About 100,000 kilometers above Venus's hot, inhospitable clouds, the parachute for Venera 7 ripped apart, sending the probe hundreds of miles per hour to the surface. But this wouldn't be the end of the mission. December 15, 1970, 7:58, Moscow time. The first human-made spacecraft has finally landed on the surface of Venus. Nothing but a lingering, disgusting color of yellow in the sky, Venusian rocks and minerals that look like burned dirt, and nothing like the harsh nature of Venus killing the probe slowly. Although the cameras in the 70s were very revolutionary, nothing like the hellish nature of Venus could make these cameras survive. And although having a camera going along with the first probe to land on another planet, it would take engineering years to master about, and it would come in the later Venera missions. But for now, this is Venera's first time being on Venus. Most important parts of the mission were falling off due to the harsh pressure of the planet, and due to the probe crashing into the surface of Venus. It wouldn't be for long that the probe would lose contact with the Earth, and scientists wouldn't know what would be going on with Venera 7. Although the clock was ticking, Venera 7 was learning more about the Venusian surface and clouds. It learned that it rained sulfuric acid from its clouds, and the surface of Venus was a full-blown volcano, made of basaltic. But little did the Russian scientists know that their years of work would be turned into 30 minutes of survival time. The harsh nature of Venus's pressure was so intense that the probe took a long nap. This was the first probe to land on another planet, so humans didn't know what was happening. But due to what they learned, they realized its 30-minute communication time on the surface of Venus was all ended by its huge pressure. And that's when the Venera 7 mission ended. A piece of human activity will now become a part of Venus's surface, and will forever never be found. But who knows, maybe astronauts will go back to Venus to revive Venera 7. Or maybe some new spacecrafts will land on Venus to revive the once living probe. Well, only time will tell.